The Sunset Girl. So what are you talking about? If you're not talking about something dark and disturbing, I don't even know where to go on this thing.
Well, actually, this is just Sunset in an alternate universe where you never existed. Now you've crossed over.
Now you're the Noah in this universe.
Oh, Jesus.
Lucky
me.
He stole my trivia job, and now he's stealing my podcast.
Hey, I didn't tell you to move to a different state.
She can.
Just kidding, folks. Just kidding.
We're over here. We got you, Seth. We got Seth.
Hey. Are we doing it live?
Fuck it!
Okay, doing it live. Should I move this forward? How much of this do you want to get in the shot here, Kelsey? Is the things.
I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, let me just.
Oh, there he is.
A little more.
I got you.
Going hoodie on this.
Oh man.
This is
looking like Kaczynski, or whoever it was before Kaczynski when he was just a picture.
This is it's gonna be crooked for you folks at home. Sorry.
Good thing you have a look for.
Oh Jesus!
We're on a ship. All right.
Is how close are we?
People at home are throwing up right now.
There's rats everywhere.
Whoa.
I think I have dysentery.
That's still pretty crooked, but whatever. It's like I'm doing it live. I can watch it on my phone to see how crooked it is right now. In a delay. It'll be in a delay, but we'll know. Hold on, Seth. Let me go to your MySpace real quick.
I think we're fine. It is a little crooked, but yeah, you're looking down on us.
I could check the image if I can. Seth, what's your MySpace again?
Oh. I don't know how to respond to that. I think it was the last moment in its existence, Dark Lord of the Seth.
See, I think we're fine. Check it out.
Yeah, looking good. Looking good.
Yeah, we're good. We're fine with that.
I'm gonna delay. What happens?
Oh, look how fast I'm eating chips.
What happens if you take? What happens if I take my feed and I show it and I show the feed on camera?
Oh, don't do it.
What happens?
Don't do it.
It'll be in a delay, so it'll just be filming a thing. But then when the feed goes on for this, it'll still have to cause a feedback loop, wouldn't it? Of some kind?
Whatever you do.
Man, you just blew my mind.
I don't know. Where's Kelsey went live? Were you live under?
Here, hold on. Yeah, we're on the YouTube thing.
I haven't gotten all caught up on that shit.
No, you're fine.
Well, what else is going on, guys?
So, it's funny you show up. We were just talking about...
Kelsey keeps depressing me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, first off, we could get your take on these few things. The first thing I brought up was, how do you feel about guns? And the reason I asked that...
No, how do you feel about political celebrities with guns?
I don't know, but I just swear to God, I just clicked your link that you sent me. And I don't know, I had my phone messed up or something like that, but this article opened up, which is, hold on. Man has limbs amputated after being licked by dog.
I sent you that too.
It's okay, you sent me that?
I sent you that
like,
too.
what the fuck is this? What do you mean? How do I get to the thing
Because
live?
that's the most you headline I could ever... Read that headline again.
It was, man has limbs amputated after being licked by a dog.
So, was this like an obsessive compulsive kind of thing where he was like, the dog licked me, just cut him all off?
Yeah.
Or did he contract something?
Yeah, just total germaphobe.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't need arms and legs. You know, I'll just stop the shit outside.
Who knows anything anymore? But
if I don't have arms, I can't touch anything.
If they don't have arms, they can't touch me.
I'll save thousands in Purex.
The green kind.
What do I think about guns?
Yes. Well, the reason I asked that is because the 3D ban, the 3D printing ban has been like, I don't know if it was lifted or just the ban against it was pretty much over like either today or yesterday. Now, I know that anybody who has a 3D printer is going to just be printing these bitches left and right because they know they're not going to be able to forever.
Well, I think they actually will be able to forever,
you think?
Oddly enough. Yeah, well, because there was like a court injunction that tried to ban the 3D printing of the guns. Like, it wasn't like there was a law against it because, like, the Liberator had been out for a long time. It's a one-shot pistol that you can print, but it basically only fires once and then it's useless.
Kelsey, I thought you said that was a dildo.
But those prints have been out for a long time. And if you think about it, it's never gonna go away. I mean, it's like try to get rid of anything on the internet. You can't now. Those blueprints are everywhere.
Streisand's law?
Yeah, the Streisand law. In fact,
Is
yes.
that what that's called, really?
Well, furthermore, Streisand law implies that now people will look into it more because you're telling them not to.
Oh, that makes sense.
And just the concept of once something's on the internet, it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, never.
So they can't get rid of it. I mean, there's nothing they can do.
Still getting
They'd
over
have to
that
ban
time
3D
somebody
printers.
filmed me and put it on YouTube saying I like Death Cab for Cutie.
I don't mind Death Cab for Cutie. I was saying that Death Cab has a
I know you don't. You obviously love them.
No, I was
You've forgotten everything we said.
well, duh. But no, that's why I record everything I say, so I won't forget in the future. I have to repeat myself for cheese.
Oh boy, there it is.
It
I didn't realize this podcast was just like an inside out situation for you.
is. It really just
Get
is.
everybody to act as your memories.
It is.
It is. It's true. He's really doing that.
100%. That's what I do. Like y'all know, I can remember the chords and lyrics to just about any song I've ever heard or played or whatever have you. But I don't know what I did yesterday or the day before or what. That's why I'll say something and they'll be like, "You've said that before." I'm like, "Have I?" Like, dude, this was like a monumental thought I just
Hey
had.
Kelsey, from tomorrow, 2018, you're sitting at the table right now and you're looking into the camera. And Noah's about to blow up the universe.
Oh fuck! We gotta get out of here, Morty.
Oh jeez.
We gotta get out of here, Morty. Gotta get out of here, Morty.
What's happening?
Oh man. Here it comes.
Shit.
What's happening? Oh no, it's happening again.
Shit.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Alright, we gotta turn it off. We gotta turn it off. Oh God. Did you guys feel that?
You're sick.
Oh Jesus.
What have you done?
The big thing I think of the 3D printers
Now I can breathe again.
countries that don't allow guns, what's gonna go on over there? That's gonna be the real interesting question because
Is this how the Mad Maxian universe just takes place?
I don't know, man.
So I believe Australia got rid of their guns.
Yes, there was a big gun grab for the Australians. So, at some point in time, you could be plotting a revolution in science. All you need is like a basement full of 3D printers, a few houses around the block. All of a sudden, you're arming your neighbors. Everyone has guns, and then the uprising, the revolution. I don't know where, but somewhere like we don't. A lot of the people that are like revolution now, they don't get so interested in revolution because we've had guns for so long. They're like, whatever. I mean, we could anytime. We have this stuff. We could anytime. It feels
Yes.
good just knowing that that's there. But for these other people that will be getting guns for like the first time, they'll be like, "Whoa, revolution now, motherfuckers!
Yeah.
We finally have
There
guns."
is no.
Yeah, because now
All right,
anybody
should we
can
go
have
home
one.
and take a shit and think about it? It's
Yeah.
just like, Viva la Angola!
Who's it gonna be? What country of the world do you think it has? Sort of, probably some South American country.
You think? Well, they're probably the ones that have the, I don't know, the most, what's the word I'm looking for?
Civil unrest.
No, like, I guess potential with ability to, like, there's not a whole lot of laws against a lot of things, especially like, you know how like the cartels and everything is running everything in Mexico?
Mhm.
There's not a lot of like civil law to stop people from doing shit like this. And they probably have the most, like, the workforce to do this. Obviously, we're not going to fucking do it in America.
No, we've already got guns.
We don't need them.
We have the most guns of any country. And I saw when 3D printing first came out, I was looking at it like, well, what is the money here? Because all these 3D printers, they were talking about like you can print a 3D printer with your 3D printer. Like like most of the parts with a 3D printer, you could print all of it with a 3D printer. And
Kind
I'm
of
like,
like you putting your phone up to the camera.
yeah, exactly that. That was the demonstration. But the materials, the actual stuff that goes into it that prints the plastic, like that's what I started looking into. I was like, what companies make that? And what companies are going to make it even more durable?
Disney.
Probably. They will eventually. They'll own everything.
Disney or Coke Industries?
One will own the other eventually.
Not the soda
cola,
people.
like KOCCH.
Oh yeah, all of it.
The paper towel people.
Robert
Speaking-
and whatever.
Paper towels,
David and Charles.
paper towels, and civil unrest in South America. Just was listening to the radio about Chile, the two biggest paper towel and paper goods manufacturers. Turns out it's a conspiracy. They've been colluding for years to inflate the prices, and it's a big deal.
You know what? Good for them.
I mean, they acted like
Well,
their competitors.
There's nothing wrong with sharks and jets getting over to get paid.
Yeah, it's just what the fuck.
Everybody wants money these days.
But it's odd. They just,
It's
Talk
funny. It's funny it took this long though.
yeah, I know. They got away with it forever. Forever.
How did they get caught? Who's a whistleblower in this situation?
It's like finding out your husband has a second family.
But I would be the guy though, just like I'll do it until I'm like 70, where I'm like walking around the house just going, fucking paper towels, it's a fucking conspiracy. And everyone's like, shut up, you crazy old man. And I'm like, it fucking is. The truth will come out someday. We shouldn't be paying these prices.
It's like that.
Look at this graph. It went from here to here. To here. How? Trees are still trees. The technology should be better.
The family comes home from your funeral and like, well, I guess I'll look at the paper, and that's the front page news that day, and it's like, oh, Dad, if only you would see
Can't
it.
get away from this.
I'm just yelling, I'm like, I'll start my own paper towel industry. I come home the next day, I'm like, they're following me because I'm trying to make my own paper towel industry. You gotta be like, shut up. No, you're crazy. That would have been right.
There's nothing wrong with being right about being crazy.
I wonder how they caught those guys. They were meeting in country clubs, like, and hanging out and golfing together. Being like, set the prices for this to that.
I mean,
Sounds
I
good
guess-
to me.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look at those two, probably just betting on some skins
Yeah.
games.
You think those guys would hate each other?
Yeah, it's like seeing The Rock and Stone Cold at like the same Golden Corral.
It's like,
Or
wait.
Trump at the Clinton wedding.
wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh, or wait, hold on. So, we're gonna
Little known
since
fact, Melania was actually the first whore Clinton paid for.
Wow. That would be very interesting.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be really cool full circle shit.
the Clinton Foundation has receipts dating all the way back to when did they get married? Never mind.
70s.
I got nothing for Sunset Grove, by the way, because I didn't study anything.
That's fine.
So if you just want to stay on this thing, that's cool with me.
That's fine. So check this out. It's funny you walk in just as I get to this story. So here we're gonna wade into the murkiness.
You just ate Taco Bell.
So I asked you earlier when you first got here, Noah, do you remember the Penn State fraternity hazing that caused the kid's death?
No.
Okay, so there was this kid, right, and he's from.
Did he fall off a roof?
No.
Okay.
He was sort of. He was force fed shitloads of alcohol, and in some hazing process for a fraternity pledge, ended up falling down a 15-foot flight of stairs, and like just a shitload of internal bleeding and shit, and nobody in the house would call 911
Of course.
because they were scared that they'd get in trouble for partying too hard or whatever.
Dad's gonna find out.
Yeah, exactly. A room full of my dad's
Should
gonna
have
find
my
out.
scholarship.
Yeah, fuck me. So a room
Bro,
full
I
of
have a
that.
1.8. I can't go down any further.
Seriously, you got a whole house full of people that's like this, and they're not wanting to call the 911 or call the cops or anything. So 12 hours goes by, they leave the dude to sleep it off, and there's like a huge group text through this. Let me see if I can. I'm sure I've got the article here, but it's like there's a huge group text amongst all of these kids here in this fraternity. And one guy's like, dude, this guy needs to go to the hospital. I'm pretty sure he's got a concussion. And everybody's like, oh, no, he's fine. You know, just let him sleep it off. This shit happens all the time, blah, blah, blah.
He fell down the stairs yesterday.
That's just Head Wound Harry. He always does. He's always got that going on.
Oh, Hemorrhaging Hank.
Head Wound Harry's a fucking, what's his name? What did you drive by the way? Seavers.
I drank all those that you left here, by the way. I bought those to replace.
I
Nice.
know you guys got a sponsorship, but
Yep.
I guess they're a little desperate for money, eh?
Seagrams and Small Beans and NXIVM present the Sunset Girls / MI Stuff podcast.
Yes, this is a Sunset Grillian version of is it Orwellian? Sunset Grillian? Sunset Grillian? Sunset?
Your phone's saying something. It's saying it needs help.
Okay.
I have your cord in the car, by the way. I need to get back to you.
Oh, that's fine.
And I have a battery pack in the car if you want me to grab that.
I got it.
I'm gonna need mine anyway eventually. But
I'm gonna.
Technology,
you
industry.
need batteries for everything.
Oh man, you gotta have batteries for shit, man. So.
So I didn't want to derail it. So this kid,
Hey, there's the one.
there you go.
I was trying to find the one. All right, so this is.
Fancy.
Yeah, dude, this place has heated floors
Nice.
in the bathrooms. The kitchen have copper ceilings.
He's just laying on the floor, heated floor, bleeding to death.
Okay, I'm gonna
So I'm like, who? What?
so speculate at what of some of the other rooms you think may be into this building real quick while I plug my phone.
Definitely a
I mean, yeah.
boom boom room.
You gotta warm those kids up before you fuck them in the shower, right?
All right, what kind of there's
Give them a little old man jerk off.
going by UCB standards. There's got to be a hot chicks room, and
To be honest with you.
I miss the UCB, man.
It's still hot. It's still going though.
there's got to be a single putting green inside somewhere. Definitely a pool and a sauna. Other stuff that's creepy.
Okay,
Portraits of
It
paternal.
has to have its own little theater. It's got to have a theater, right?
of course it does.
Little shower jerk off theater.
A little shower jerk off theater. Definitely cameras in the showers.
You could actually miss on you.
After that whole Sandusky thing, they have to put showers in all the cameras in all the showers.
They have to put showers in all the cameras.
Wow, what a double-edged sword.
Yeah, right.
Because you know the security guard's just jerking off.
Yeah, so they have to put cameras on the security guards now too.
The fucked up thing is,
And then the
security
security
guard
off to the security guard.
watchers. The guy hired specifically to make sure the security guards aren't jerking off. He's jerking off.
See, full
And who does he
circle, guys.
answer
It's
to?
coming all the way back
Who
around.
watches the Watchmen?
Get your phone out again,
It's
Noah. Show them how it
Weird
works.
Unix at the end of it, asexuals. Did you guys see Nathan for You? Anyway.
He was a handsome
show.
red-headed kid with a shy smile, a hometown girlfriend, and a family who loved him very much. Now he had a lacerated spleen, an abdomen full of blood, and multiple traumatic brain injuries. Well, if that's not a doozy of a couple of sentences. He had fallen down a flight of stairs during a hazing event of his fraternity, Beta Theta Pi, but the members had waited nearly 12 hours before calling 911, relenting only when their pledge, quote unquote, looked fucking dead. Tim underwent surgery shortly after arriving at Hershey. What more do we need?
Whoa,
Oh, fuck.
Just put an exclamation point on that.
Wow.
I retract everything I
Hershey.
said about Milton Hershey, by the way.
Milton Hershey. Oh,
Sorry, we were just talking about Milton Hershey
Do you-
just a second
Do you know
ago.
if this student had ever sold his body? If Milton Hershey had maybe.
Damn it, Milton. But it was too late. He died early the next morning. So, here's the thing.
Guess I shouldn't laugh about this kid's death.
There was one of these at
Probably had
Clemson
a
that's still
better
being
future
covered
film
up, a
than me.
fraternity death at Clemson.
Is it really?
And there's like people who go around and try to be like vigilantes and post stuff like whatever happened to blah 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 blah, because nobody talks about it at Clemson, so they like stick up banners like it needs to be looked into, and like nobody wants to because it's really bad for the school, so they cover it up.
Huh. New witness. This was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Died after being forced to what? Was it just drink a shitload of alcohol? He died from alcohol
I can't
poisoning?
remember. I think so.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened to this kid at
Oh, we had to walk a railing. He's the kid that fell off the roof or whatever. That's what I was thinking. He was drunk and they made him walk a railing.
In that time, there has been no movement on the criminal case regarding his death. Tucker Hips found dead in lake near campus. Oh shit!
He got Chappaquiddicked.
Ended up face down under a bridge after pledges were taken on an early morning run. He probably
Very
passed the
decent
fuck
blood.
out.
I don't know. I think he could have died somewhere and they threw his body in the lake.
Sigma Phi Epsilon. So
Sigeps. Sorry. Better than the beta cucks or whatever the other one was. Like, who wants to walk around and be like, yo, I'm a beta? It's like,
We're beta cut global.
Yeah, dude, this is crazy. So this is a huge situation. This is a huge problem.
yeah,
Like,
but remember they used to do like exposés and stuff and be like, Fred hazing's a huge problem. And it was like going around for a while, many, many years ago. It was like, seemed to be on all the networks and everything. They were like, it's a salacious story. But nowadays they just cover it up. It's way easier. Give them shit.
Just cover that up with some.
But that's a
paper
huge
towels.
deal. If you go to Clemson and you mention that kid's name or anyone talks about it, it's like
It's like
a
hush hush.
fucking Slender Man or something. Like they freak out. Everyone's got a side. It's top secret. You're not supposed to mention it, but it's an open secret.
They're gonna go. You speak English? Yeah, I know there's a lot of Clemson fans out there listening. I apologize.
I apologize for the fact that you were Clemson fans first and foremost.
People though that go to Clemson, like they're not even told about that kid, and then someone mentions it. They're like, "Don't you talk about that football team? Look at him throw that ball. What do you care? Gotta break a couple legs."
Sports ball foots.
You're
So-
lucky to have him. He could have gone to Penn State. Got jerked off.
He could have went to Penn State. It would have ended
Well,
much
what are the
worse.
creepy house? What are the creepy rooms in that house?
Oh no, I was
Yeah.
just
Oh, I
asking.
thought
you
you
guys.
had a list. Like you're gonna be like, yeah, there's in.
Well, no, they
go.
did talk about this. Let's see.
They got one of those chairs that vibrate that women sit on until they orgasm for like pranks on the internet.
Larry David's passenger seat in season 8.
I didn't see that one. But it does
Good
that.
episode.
Maybe I
Who's
haven't seen
that?
that.
Mr. Softy.
Mr. Softy.
Hmm.
I've just seen weird videos of like they have this weird vibrating chair that make women sit on it and like sit on it. And
Oh, the Sibian?
Yeah, maybe.
Like what? Like on Howard Stern?
I haven't listened to Howard Stern lately. Where are you getting your Stern at? Serious?
No, Jesus Christ! This was like in the 90s.
Oh. I want some Stern though.
Yeah.
I still love my Stern.
Stern's good.
It's funny how he's done like if they could look back at like people's Twitter feeds and everything. You could just show video after video of Howard Stern saying the most crazy stuff ever.
And he gets away with
And
it.
we're still like, well, put him on another show on prime time. And I'm like, yeah, do it. I mean, I don't give a shit. I love Stern.
Have you seen him on Letterman yet? My Next Guest?
No.
You should watch that. It's
I'll watch that. I
it's
didn't
a
want to watch the
episode.
Obama one.
The Obama one wasn't bad. I just like listening to him speak.
I heard it was a snooze.
It's just
It
him
was, but
being
It's just-
Obama. I want to talk to
it's
Obama, like
nostalgia.
chilling out, getting drunk, smoking weed with Obama.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch
that would
Obama
be
on
fun.
stage.
I just feel like, dude, just say you don't believe in God. Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, come on, look at you,
You
man.
know, the thing about it
You
is,
got the best Obama.
You're like,
Well,
it's like, bro, come on, man. You were, community organ. I'm like, come on, bro. Just say you want to do some blow.
yeah, let's be real.
All right. I got some numbers.
That's good.
But Harry, let's get Satoro.
I've seen pictures of Obama's mom naked. That's pretty weird to say that, but they're out.
Family?
Yeah, I don't know. They're out there on the internet. You can see like pictures of her naked.
that's very strange.
Well, guess what
It's
I'm
grabbing
doing.
his phone.
Guess what I'm doing?
It's all black and white, and she's like,
What is her name? Stanley?
Kubrick. I don't know. I'll grab. Let me get my.
A bit of the old and out. I know.
Let me
I'm
grab
sure.
my batter really quick. But no, you should totally look up Obama's mom's boobs, and you're all gonna get arrested.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, boobs.
So,
I've never known a fucking president's mother to impose nude.
when we're in the listen,
And
do you
Stanley.
realize that there's only a handful of years left in which we could be able to say that for any president?
What?
Because there's going to be nudes leaked of
Oh,
every
yeah.
president's mom that comes within the next 40 to 50 years. I'm sorry, but they're out there. Thank you,
I'm probably-
Apple.
I'm
Thank
probably-
you, iPhone.
I'm probably out there. And I got nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Nothing to
Oh,
hide.
shit, girl!
Oh, let's see this.
Oh, that one's a little pixelated. Let me see. Oh, there's. Ooh, she got them pancake butt cheeks.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
little.
it's not great.
As the
Boy.
kids say, she took her no acetol.
I mean, there it is, but it's not great.
I mean, no,
There it
I'll
is.
take it though.
It's a high value
Oh, wow.
thing. It's just you're like, oh, I see the president's mom naked, and you do, and you go,
I mean, you don't. I mean, when you hear the term "president's mom," are your expectations high?
maybe. Did anyone have a hot mom?
Like, I'm gonna see Barbara's bush.
Was Nancy Nancy Reagan might have been cute when she was younger.
I think she was. Oh,
She's not a president's
have you
mom.
ever heard? Did I say this on Sunset? No, I think I told everybody at trivia, but Nancy Reagan apparently, like back in the 50s, she was called like the best blowjob in Hollywood.
Wow.
I believe.
Well, she got an actor from Hollywood who became a president on her team. So
Yeah, and what do
She
you
must
think
have had
was
something
what do you
going
think was
for her.
inspiring them?
how good can you actually get at blowjobs though? I mean, I know there's bad blowjobs, I know there's good blowjobs, but what sets hers apart? Like, what is it? Like, what's the missing ingredient? The
It's so
secret?
euphoric, it'll make you not want to do drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Clean
it
fries.
was the blowjob queen of Hollywood. That's what it
Okay,
was.
that's different than the best blowjob.
yeah.
Blowjob queen, like someone, that's a huge difference. You either say, I'm dating a girl who gives the best blowjobs, or I'm dating the blowjob queen.
I'm just dating the girl who loves to suck cock.
Totally
Doesn't matter
opposite
who it
cells.
is.
I don't want to date the blowjob queen. I'll date
So, since we've already gotten past, and I've already done earlier my shameless Sunset Grill plug on this podcast.
Never heard.
Seth was mentioning that he had a rebuttal to our
Oh
NXIVM
goodness.
episode. So, I'm gonna open up the floor now.
Actually, can we take a break?
We
I'm
can
gonna need a piss and a cigarette before we go here.
we can take a short break.
It's not
we'll do
real
that.
shit worthy. It's not that bad. It's
Oh
just...
shit, folks, it's coming down.
All right.
We're taking on video as well. We're gonna take a short break all the way
Yeah,
around.
bro.
We're gonna come
when
back.
this video's on, it's gonna say
The BTFO. Fox News BTFO.